Hey YouTubers, this one going back to the 9/11 instances, but this time I'm firing shots at both sides. Now pay attention tweeters, this is how you actually deal with facts. Now, the reason why I'm getting onto both sides of the argument, I'm disparaging certain debunkers as well as most tweeters, for the simple reason that like the truth movement, we have differing opinions on certain aspects of 9/11 with the debunker movement. And that's just due to, people being told information and don't have the mental capacity to define whether it's either bullshit or whether it's true or go and find it out themselves. Now, this isn't all debunkers. There's just a few that just need a little bit of correcting. And where it pertains to the truth movement is it's exactly the same as all your fucking Chuck Norris's roundhouse kicks, or he punched it with the fucking fist that's hiding in his beard. The alien death rays, the full-sized fucking nuclear weapons that did three impossibly magically contradictory things at the same fucking time and left no radiation like fucking magic. Whoopsie. Can't drop the compressed PEC full. Any case, yeah, so here's where the truth movement should do some fucking head pulling, like telling some of these cunts to pull their head in, and here's where I'm going to do the same for the debunkers. And this all revolves around aluminium. What was dripping out of the second tower and all this kind of stuff. Well, it's not thermite because, well, where's the fucking rest? It was one window on one side, one tower on one of them. It wasn't all of the windows, or it wasn't a massive amount of windows, it's just one. Some people are saying it's aluminium. Others say it's not aluminium because it was glowing red. You're both wrong. And I'll demonstrate that in a second. Second part of this is that tweefers somehow got it in their fucking heads that just because a fire has a certain type of fuel in it, that is going to only burn at a certain rate. It'll only deliver a certain amount of energy. Jet fuel fires can only burn at a certain temperature, and that's all they'll burn at, and all this. In fact, you're wrong. Here we have a butane lighter, a shitty $1 crappy lighter from a tobacconist, right? You can get it anywhere. It's a famous brand. Thick lighter, fucking synonymous all over the world. Nothing special, nothing modified, it's just your basic average bullshit everyday lighter. Right. Here we have aluminum, for you Americans. Aluminium to those who can pronounce things properly in the English language. I've had one monkey fucking say that, but it's a dirty aluminium, it's recycled and it's dirty, it's full of impurities. Well, yeah, the shit that was on the plane and in the towers wasn't fucking pristine. Can you imagine how much that would have cost if you had absolute virgin pure aluminium clad in the side of those fucking towers? What, for aesthetic purposes? Nah, don't think so, Tim. But I also argue too that the temperatures of the fires and all this kind of stuff would have released other impurities into the metal anyway. So even if it was pure, the fires would have dictated that it became impure. So your argument is completely invalid. Now, so we'll introduce a naked flame to aluminium. Let's see what this does. This is just your basic bullshit fucking lighter, as you can see. Reason being, because fire does funny things in certain different forms and fashions, and metal reacts very funnily in certain instances. I'll just rub all the soot off, and as you can see, there isn't very much damage. I've merely blackened the paint. Okay? So, I've just demonstrated that propane fires won't in fact do very much to aluminium. Now, you might be saying to yourself, oh, I'm going to be doing this groovy little fireman trick and all this kind of stuff to show you how to make lighters even better and all this. Well, okay, I will tell you one thing. The only trick that the Rural Fire Service taught me about lighters is how to disable all the fucking child locks. So, I'll just fuck that off there. Rip that out there. And I'll go around and get the cowling and then fix that back up later. This, boys and girls, is also a propane lighter. Powered by propane. Exactly the same principle as this. I bought this thing for $4 fucking. Watch now for a complete demonstration of the differences with fires, their fire behaviour, and how they react with metals. Oh, by the way, boys and girls, here comes the adult in me coming out. Don't do this at home. When you burn aluminium, you create cyanide gas. And for those of you dumb fucks out there that are told not to sniff or inhale anything, and go ahead and fucking do it anyways, because you seem to think that just because someone said don't sniff it or inhale it means that you're going to get high off it. No. Cyanide will kill you in pretty much most concentrations. You only need a very, very little amount of it, and it will kill you. It won't get you high, it won't get you sick, won't do nothing. You'll just die. Like that. Simple. So if you're dumb enough to fucking do it, you got no sympathy from me, but my official statement is, don't. Now, watch now for a complete demonstration on how a propane fire can actually do stuffed aluminium. Motherfucker. Fuck around this bloody thing. Cheap shit fucking lighter. Here we go. Some funny things you'll notice is that this is exactly the same type of fire. It's propane. The only thing that's happened to it is that the gas is under pressure and it aerates, basically turning it into a turbo. Same fuel, same everything. So we'll do this for a little bit, and I don't know whether you can see this, but aluminium is starting to glow a little red. I don't know whether this is being picked up or not on the camera, but let's just do this for a while. Now people are saying that the aluminium melted, and that is what was coming out of the towers. Now aluminium does a very funny thing when you actually have it in contact with flame. And I'll demonstrate this in a quick second. As you can see, the aluminium is glowing red hot. Aluminium, when hot, goes silver. Bullshit. I'll take my little probe here, which is a 7.62mm compressed polymer head. So it's not a full metal jacket, it's got a soft tip on it. Now, just lightly touching it. Just give it a little tap. Well, fuck me, boys and girls. Aluminium in direct contact with flame turns to ash. So I'd put it to you that it wasn't in fact aluminium coming out of the Twin Towers on that day. It was in fact shitty 3mm fucking low grade steel they use in office furniture and shit. But if the fire didn't melt the beams and shit, how could it melt this? Simple. Mass and area. See now, if this was a solid chunk of aluminium, I would never be able to do what I just did with this lighter. The only reason why I could is because the mass in the area could not disperse the heat effectively enough. And that's exactly what you had inside the Twin Towers. The heat was in the building, it was being fanned by high winds, which improved the fire behaviour, and burnt to the stage where if the aluminium did get hot enough, it simply turned to ash, like we've just seen there. Now come on, Twerfers, give me all your bullshit fucking cop-out faggot excuses like, oh, it was impurities in the can, or I modified it, or I rubbed fucking compressed hexamine on it, or something like that. Oh, look, I've got a couple of... Yeah, I filled it with gunpowder or something like that. Come on, waiting for your response. You've all just been shown. Now try and discount that.